I've never gone on a trip and came back and said food was my favorite part. I never said crazy. That. And all you hear is this couple doing the nasty. I'm offended. Okay, I'm offended. I'm so offended right now. I'm not talking to you.
Welcome to the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Julian. And this is the Alyssa and Julian Podcast. I'm back, everybody. I'm home and I'm ready to go crazy.
Julian has this thing where he goes away and like he'll enjoy his time for the beginning of it. And then towards the end, especially like when he's like about to come home, he gets in this very like, I'm ready to work. I'm very motivated. I want to come home and do this. I want to come home and do that. So since he's been back, he's gone kind of crazy.
I would say so.
I would say so.
I would definitely say so. And I feel like I've been on a tear. I feel like I have like a whole new level of motivation. Yeah.
I feel like he also gets motivated when he ends up in a big city.
I agree.
Because I feel like that happens, especially when he goes to New York. But he went to Miami for the first time. And
loved Miami.
I was going to say, he's really wanted to go to Miami. And now he's been, and it's, I don't know. It's just like a city thing for him, I feel.
Yo, I couldn't describe it better myself. With that being said, let's get into the intentions for the week. My intentions for the week is to continue going crazy. Period.
That's
literally,
it.
My thing is I want to make money and I want to get on top of these videos. I want to get ahead on content. I already recorded my video for next week today. Thank you for that, by the way. Mm-hmm. And I want to record my next video. I want to stay a week ahead. And I also, shout out to my channel, by the way, I set up a giveaway. If I get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, I'm giving away $100. So make sure you go over there and check that out. I just really want to go crazy over there. And I'm having fun. I want to keep having fun. I want to keep going crazy. And I really over here want to do some stuff too. Like I want to create more shorts, create more podcast shorts, because I learned some really cool stuff about adding text to these shorts. And I feel like just what I do is so much fun. I just wish I had more time to do it. So the only way to get more time is to work hard to make it so that I can do more of this. And it just sounds so crazy, but like I'm basically creating time.
I mean, it doesn't sound so crazy to me because I feel like that kind of will tie into my intention for the week.
Go for it.
So the week we record this and the week you guys watch it are actually two separate weeks because we record on a Thursday because like that's just a day we set up for a bunch of stuff. We record on a Thursday and you guys see this at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Monday mornings. But honestly, this week and like the week we're recording and the week we upload are going to feel the same to me. At my job, I'm literally going to be working a ton of hours. Like not only the week you're watching this, the following week, probably the following week, it'll just be a never ending cycle. And then I feel like just coming home and walking through the door, then like mom life comes on between reactions and more podcast recording and all that stuff. I feel like that's like what you just said kind of ties into where mine would come in because I feel like I'll want to come home after work and like not want to do anything. But I feel like I want to push myself to like just finish work, like keep going basically what's already started. Because I want to try to have like a little relaxing downtime. Because usually it's like we'll literally work until I go to bed. So you're kind of just laying there like hoping you like calm down, relax a little bit. But I want to have like the time like to do that before we go to bed. So I actually go to bed like tired and we can get some sleep.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just like watching an episode or two of, I don't know, some type of show, something I put on or like reading a little bit. Because I've been kind of getting back into that lately and I love it.
Yeah.
So if I just like work a bunch, come home, keep working, whether it's reactions, feeding the baby really quick, putting him down for a nap, changing them, that type of stuff. Like I said, Thursday, we stream, podcast, all that stuff. So it's going to be a lot, but I want to try to just keep it going and then just hit a time where it's like, okay, the night's over. Like
we could do a whole episode about time. The thing I would say to you is just take advantage of those time slots. I mean, because there's even days where like you go to work later, we could record early.
True.
You know what I mean?
Then
like
you come home and don't have to worry about that.
You record, you come home, you can, like you said, put them down for a nap and then you relax.
Have that time. Yeah, that's true too.
It's all about manipulating the time you have. I mean, I can't tell you how many days, like when I used to work at the same place as Alyssa, there were days where I would get up, record a video before I went to work, and everyone would get mad at me because they'd be like, how are you late? You live 15 minutes away. Like, oops, my bad. Guess what? I was home grinding.
Closer than that, and I'm late every day.
Well, people thought I was just being lazy. Like, no one really understood. Like, yo, this dude's working. Like, he's not being lazy.
It's a nonstop thing.
Or I may have actually slept in, but that's because I was up till like 2, 3 a.m. the night before, streaming, grinding.
That's what it is.
Like, I like people to think I'm lazy. I don't know.
I live 5 minutes, I swear, from my job. Maybe even less than that. And I'm still late every day. But now it's all like, I'm either, because I could be doing that, because I feel like we have recorded a couple times before I've gone to work. So that, and then now it's making sure baby's fed, baby's changed. He even goes back down to sleep in the morning. So making sure that's all good. But then at the same time, like if there's days that like I'll get up with him and Julian will sleep in, because we kind of alternate depending on like schedules and whatnot. Like then I got to make sure Julian's up, or if he goes out, I got to make sure he's home. Like I can't go to work and leave the baby by himself. Like
that's part of me sneaking out the time. I go out and make money while she's
I got to make sure out with him he's back
before she goes to work. Like
yeah,
listen, I love to manipulate time. So if you want an episode on time, let us know, man. Let us know.
So if he's not home, like, sorry, can't leave yet. So it's just a bunch of little things that go into it. Anything else on intentions?
No, I think I got it. I think that's gonna be my grind, man. Just gonna go crazy.
He's been going crazy since he's been back. I will say, I don't know. I was just like, dude, like you literally just got back and it's already like, what?
The day I got back, I was just like, all right, what are we doing?
Yeah, right. And I was like, what do you mean?
got off the plane,
what you mean?
Right, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, before we go into today's episode, we were going to go and talk about favorite foods, but we're also going to tie in Julian's cruise. You'll see why when we get into it. But we are going to mention, streaming platforms. If you're not watching us on YouTube, or if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to just check out the streaming platforms anyways.
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or any other place.
I heard Amazon Music is good too.
You're so wrong. Well, there you go. Any other place you can find us.
Google Podcasts. You always forget about Google, but
I do forget about Google because I literally list these 3 because they're the only ones I really know. Google, that's why I'm saying anywhere else you can find us.
Google's lit, bro. Google's the reason why I have a job, low key.
Really?
Because Google owns YouTube.
Not sponsor. I'm just kidding.
Yo, but if y'all want to sponsor, hit us up. I see y'all out here sponsoring YouTubers with your Google certificates, but we're not going to get into all that. I'm just saying, call me, bro. Like I'm available. I'm just saying, I'm here. I'm ready. Like I've been waiting on my moment for this. We just hit 6K on our channel. Like, who's gonna sponsor us? Like, who do you think is gonna be that?
Someone be that first. I just want to really give that first a big shout out.
Right. I want to show them love for showing us so much love. Like to take that risk on us, man. Like, man, people don't know. That's gonna be crazy. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Back to the cruise.
How was it?
It was amazing. But
was it your first?
It was my first cruise. Before I get into the cruise, I have to tell the story about how it almost didn't happen. Because it really almost didn't happen. Shout out Delta Airlines. We love it. So first things first, right?
A little more salt in there.
First things first. I get up in the morning. I drive down. I say bye to Alyssa. Kiss JJ on the head before I go. I drive to my uncle's house because that's where we're meeting at. We're all leaving from his house to, get a ride to the airport from a company he hired to bring us to the airport. So I get there. I have my bags ready. I load them into the guy's car because he was already there waiting. I was the last one to get to the house.
Shocker.
I walk in. My grandmother has a real long face. I'm like, what's going on? My grandmother's all upset. My uncle looks stressed out. And my mom's just on the phone with the phone on speaker holding it. So I walk in. I'm like, what's going on? everybody just kind of looks at me. I'm like, what happened? Like, it looked like somebody lost their best friend. I'm like, what is going on? So come to find out, our flight got canceled right as we were about to leave for the airport. Shout out to Delta. Our flight got canceled. That was not fun. So
I'm just going to pitch in. We were supposed to get storms that day, but I don't even think they happened.
It had nothing to do with the storms. That's
really?
The problem.
I was going to say it was supposed to thunderstorm, so I wasn't surprised if they canceled. But then, like, the storms didn't happen.
Like,
we got almost no storms.
You know
that
what
day.
It was?
What?
Delta Airlines employees, the pilots, are on strike.
Really?
Yes, that's what it was.
I didn't know that.
The pilots are on strike.
They're on strike, and it took them that long to cancel your flight.
They're striking in JFK. Did you see all the people with all the flights canceled on JFK in the news? And they're talking like 1,000 flights or so canceled.
I heard flights are getting canceled left and right, but I didn't know that was the reason.
So I was one of those people on the news.
They could have let you know ahead of time, and you could have tried to figure out.
So this is the crazy part. But this is the crazy part. This is 4th of July weekend. 4th of July weekend. There's no other way to get to Miami. We're literally looking like, okay, maybe we'll drive. Let's see if the rental cars are available. Hey, do you have a rental car for 6 people? Sorry, we're all booked. Like,
he said, all right, let's start walking.
we looked. They were like,
we'll hitchhike.
Is there another flight out of, a nearby airport like LaGuardia or something that'll get us down to Miami? Nope, sorry, full. It's hard. You guys got 6 people. It's hard to move everybody around. Blah, 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 blah. So then they said, this is where it gets good. They said, okay, we have you a flight for today. We'll get you. It's going to have you go to Atlanta, and then it's going to transfer you to Miami. So it had a layover. Now, my mom was stressing to them on the phone. That's fine. That's a great flight. It just has to be done today because tomorrow we have to take our COVID test before we get on the boat. So they're like, yeah, we got you. They loaded it up. We got the new boarding passes on our phone. We get in the car going down to the airport. Now, in the car, I'm trying to check us in early because the flight was in about 2 hours. And, you pre-check in on your phone, so you don't have to do all that at the airport.
Usually that's when they want you to check in.
Right.
Too.
So I was going to check in on my phone, and it wasn't allowing me to do it. I was like, this is weird. Why isn't it letting me do it? It said, check in 1 hour. So check in 1 hour. The flight's at 1:30. It's 1 o'clock right now. Or no, I said, no, the flight was at 1:30 and the check-in time would have been 1 o'clock. So I was like, why isn't this working? I looked. It said, flight for tomorrow on the pass. I was like, y'all, hold up. Now at this point, we're already halfway to the airport. I'm like, y'all, this thing says flight for tomorrow. He said, my uncle was like, don't say that. Don't say that. So the flight ended up being the flight for the next day. So now we're like, dude, what do we do? Like, what do we do? Like, we're already halfway to New York. We're not going to tell the driver to bring us back, but also we might have to tell the driver to bring us back because how the heck are we going to get down to Miami? Like, and then like, what do we? So at that point, I was like, dude, like we were trying to get them on the phone to fix it. Got them on the phone, nothing they could do. Then I also tried to get the COVID test people on the phone, just try to see if there was anything we could do to move it around, anything. Nobody's answering me. Like I called like 3 different numbers for these COVID test people. I called Disney themselves.
Oh my God.
Yes. Nobody's answering the phone. So at this point, I was just like, bro, like I put my head down. My mom was just like, ugh. So I went on hotels.com and I just was like, you know what, y'all? I'm going to book us something near the airport. It was the worst hotel that I could have booked. It was a 3-star hotel, but a 3-star hotel in New York is a 2-star anywhere else. It was 5 minutes from the airport, but man, when I tell you there was mouse traps on every single flight of stairs, every landing on the stairs had a mouse trap on it in the same exact spot.
That's so crazy. Imagine actually walking up one time and there's a dead mouse on it.
Every single, well, it was one of those like container ones. So like they would be inside. So there could have been a ton inside.
Oh my idea. God.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Every single flight. And we had to stay there that night until our next flight at 1:30 the next day. Luckily, we had a contact at Delta who was able to fly us into West Palm Beach. She called us and was like, hey, what's going on? And we explained our situation. She's like, oh my goodness. And got us on a flight to West Palm Beach, which is about an hour and a half outside of Miami. That flight was 7 a.m. and was getting us to West Palm at 11. And our COVID test was 12:30. We booked it from, the flight, he flew that plane. He got us there a little early. He got us there like 10 o'clock.
He flew that
He was supposed to get us there like 10:30. He was supposed to get us there at 10:30. He got us there like 10 o'clock even. Like, we were landing. We're like, whoa, we're here already.
Honestly, that's fine.
It was crazy. It was crazy. So we're running down to, what do you call it? Baggage claim. We get our bags. We go straight to the car. Now at this point, we're like, okay. Now we just got to
No. Don't skip over the part about your mom. Was that there or home?
No, that was home.
Dang it.
That was home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're at baggage claim.
There was also a part 2. So
yeah.
I think it was going down because that's when the problem was. The first flight that he told me about that they were going to put him on, they were sitting all over the plane, which typically wouldn't have been a bad thing. But he had 2 younger cousins with him. And I feel like you can't stick one of them, if not both. Just like.
Well, that was the thing. You couldn't. So they had to move us. So that was the flight to West Palm, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. They had to go in and move we had to talk to the lady at the gate, before they started loading the plane and be like, hey, listen, we have, a minor with us, basically 2 minors.
I would say 2 minors.
We have 2 minors with us who can't sit alone. We need help. And she was like, oh, okay, we'll see what we could do. But guess what? Some of our seats were on the wing. They can't sit at the emergency exit. So they had to move that around. It was just a mess. I sat by myself because I didn't care.
That's what I'm saying.
By myself.
I feel like it wouldn't have been a problem if it was all adults and all this stuff. But because like you said, a couple of minors, that changes everything.
It changes so much.
You can't just have them sitting by themselves.
But if it was you and me and our flight got canceled, we would have been on a flight ASAP to somewhere else. But the problem is 6 people. Trying to keep 6 people together was
that's pretty difficult.
Very difficult. So and that almost ruined the entire trip. We almost didn't go. It was bad. We got the flights we got so lucky. But like I said, we booked it from baggage claim and literally got in the car and we were like, all right, we're going straight to a Holiday Inn on I think it was on, I don't know what it was. It was beach something over there, but it was right by the dock. So we had to go straight there.
No, it wasn't on Biscayne or something.
Biscayne was where our hotel was because we stayed at the Marriott in Biscayne.
Got it.
But it was around the corner from Biscayne. So we went straight there. Come to find out, we had to come exactly at our scheduled slotted time. So we went all the way to the hotel, dropped our luggage off and came right back. So that was a mess, but everybody tested negative. We got on the boat.
Thank God.
Yes, thankfully we got on the boat. But even until then, we were like, what in the world? What is going on? We couldn't, the whole way there, we're just dude, oh, before we even do that though, this is the kicker. In all that craziness, right? My mom, because we did a guy's room and a girl's room, because my uncle has a son and a daughter. So his son stayed with us in the guy's room. And then my mom, my grandmother, and his daughter stayed in the girl's room. Well, my mom called the hotel at night to make sure we were good, just to make sure we would be okay to check in at the hotel a day later than what we were supposed to. Well, she inevitably checked herself into the hotel and they separated the rooms. Oh. So we were on floor 23 and they were on floor 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Yeah. That's a new one.
Yeah. That was fun too. But we got there. We were just whatever, dude. It was
after the whole day, you were dude, I don't care.
All right, whatever.
We're in the same hotel. Yeah. That's all that matters.
We're in a hotel. Everything's done. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, it was fun. I also the hotel had a basketball court.
So you had a view. They probably had a view.
They did.
Oh my God.
They had a great view. So yeah, that was interesting. But they had a basketball court there and that costed money. I kind of talked the worker into letting us go on the court for a half an hour. Because normally you had to pay. She let us go in for free. I was like, hey, what's up? Your chances I could get in here and shoot some hoops. Yeah, so shout out to JW Marriott, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful hotel. It had everything you could think of. Theater room.
That's crazy.
Honestly, I could have stayed at the hotel for the week and I would have been fine. But they had theater room,
I said, because you was in Miami.
Yes, they had a theater room, pool. Actually, no, there was one night at the hotel that was kind of rough, but I'll get into that after. Theater room, pool, bowling. My grandmother was bowling with us. They had a pool, obviously, jacuzzi out there. And the pool and stuff was on the 18th floor. It's like you're like on the roof, like chilling. It's like a patio style setup, rooftop patio. Cool. So, I mean, the hotel was like 40 floors. So like it was kind of halfway through the building, but like almost every hotel was like that. So like you would look out your window and you would see the other hotel's pool on like the 18th floor. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I loved Miami. And then while you're out there, not to mention the planes are just flying right over the buildings, right over the skyscrapers. Like you could see them in between each skyscraper. It was so
I feel
sick.
like that'd be so scary, but like so cool at the same time.
It was so cool to watch. I loved it. Like, and some got close, man. Some were close. I was like, oh, this is so pretty. I could live. So I think Miami, by the way, is my new favorite city.
Oh boy.
I love Miami. I could live in Miami. But story gets crazier. So I'm gonna skip over the whole boat stuff because the boat was pretty cool. I mean, me and my mom did ATV and we got lost at one point on the ATVs.
In Mexico.
I just want to fast forward the story because there's a lot like I could talk about because the boat was crazy.
We'll get into the boat because that's where the favorite foods kind of ties in. So we'll get back to it. But
now we're getting off the boat, right? Everything's cool. Going through customs was a lot easier than I thought. The guy just kind of asked me where I was going, what I was doing, where I lived. And just simple questions like that, like making sure I didn't bring any contraband back.
I would say I feel like they have to ask, but they make it like nonchalant, like it's a casual conversation and not like
it was chill.
They're standing there with the flashlight.
I felt like I was talking to like a subscriber or something. Yeah. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but
they probably have that one guy that's like,
yeah,
where you going?
Yeah, where you been? Have you done anything crazy in the last couple of days? So like it's just like I don't know. It was really chill. It was really cool. And then I was wheeling my grandmother around, so like. It was kind of like a relief to not have to deal with all that while wheeling her around. Because like her wheelchair, she had an electric one on the boat, but when we got off, it was all manual. Mm-hmm. And getting her on the boat was all manual. So really? Me and my uncle were alternating, pushing her out. And my mom too. And my mom. At one point, my uncle almost like threw her on the floor because there was like a gap. And he was trying to run the gap with the wheelchair. And she was like, whoa, she flew forward. Yo, it was so funny. God. I was like, oh my gosh, girl. No. Yeah, so she almost flew off that wheelchair, man. That would have been bad, dude. I was like, oh no. But yeah, so then, and we're going to fast forward a little bit. We're now back at the hotel. We had one more night in Miami before we head home, right? So we're just resting now. Everybody ate their dinner. They're chilling. So at the last room, they got, on the way there, we had twin beds, but we were so tired. He forgot to request twin beds again. So it was a big bed and a chair. So I shared a bed with my uncle and my cousin slept on the chair. So it's like 4 a.m. and he woke up to go to the bathroom. And I think he woke me up when he did it. But it's like 4 a.m. So we're just laying there, right? And all you hear is this couple doing the nasty. And she was loud, bro. It was so weird. I was like, are you kidding? And my uncle was like, come on, man. I just rolled over and went back to sleep.
4 a.m? Sheesh.
Yo,
they came home from a party.
Like 3, 4 a.m.
They came home from a party.
It was loud, bro. It was loud. It was like, to be like such a like high-end hotel. I was surprised you heard it that clearly. You basically were in the room, bro. It was so bad. It was so uncomfortable. So like I just rolled over and went to bed. I think he went the same, but like he did the same because he snores a lot. And next thing you know, he was snoring. But it was just really, really weird. I was like, yeah. So then after that, we flew home. We got home. One thing I did for my first time ever, though, I fell asleep on the plane. Normally, I cannot fall asleep on the plane. But thankfully, before I left, I bought the AirPod Maxes and their noise cancellation is crazy. We sat behind the wing, the most noise. Didn't hear anything. I just put on my Doctor Strange because I downloaded it on my phone, put it on. I was out. Literally. Besides
the food you're about to hear him eat on the boat, that was another thing. Like this whole time, I'm like, who are you? Because he's talking about these crazy foods, all this stuff that he's doing. And then next thing you know, he's like, I think I fell asleep because my movie's like over. And I was like, you fell asleep on a plane?
Yeah.
I was like, geez, it's been a week.
Yeah. I never fall. I think between waking up in the middle of the night to that and then, just really having pure silence and just the movie, it was comfortable. Like, on the way there, I did it and it kind of freaked me out. But I think this time because our seats weren't moved around, I was sitting with my family. I was more comfortable. Mm-hmm. So I was able to put the noise cancellation on and just kind of relax and vibe out. And I passed out. It was a wrap. But back to the foods, man. So on the boat, they serve you like you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner all on the boat. Cokes and all that are included. So I paid for Cokes, but like there's a different section where you have to pay for Cokes and popcorn. It's by their theater room, which I'll get into that after. But breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all free. And when I tell you I ate like a king, man, a lot of times I skip breakfast because at home I skip breakfast. But there were some days where I went to the breakfast buffet and I was like, ooh.
I feel like I want there to be a restaurant that has like, that's just a breakfast buffet.
Breakfast buffet?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I feel like buffet
right.
might, when does a buffet open? Do they
Like
have
11.
like breakfast?
Not normally, no. They normally do like 11.
I was going to say a breakfast
because Golden
buffet
Corral, I think, is 11.
literally sounds fire.
It was crazy. So we did a
That
breakfast
sounds
buffet.
so good.
We only had it like 2 out of the 5 like days we were on there. But the last day too, they served us breakfast because it wasn't buffet style. They served you in the restaurant this time. But basically the restaurant would serve you. You have a server for the whole time you're there. You have a bellhop the whole time you're there, like one guy who does all your stuff for your room. And then you also have an assistant server the whole time you're there.
Dang.
At the end of the trip, you have to tip them. But they basically were your people the whole time. So you look for these 3 people the entire time you're there.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it because you get to like personally know them.
I feel like that makes it easier.
I was actually really sad to leave our server. Our server was so cool. He was from Brazil. Such a cool guy, man. Loved him.
He was showing me pictures on his phone when he came back and he was like, yeah, just scroll through these. There's literally a picture. I forget who it is, but like their server's just in the background with them. Like
it was my mom and grandmother.
He was like, hey.
He was so cool, man.
It was so funny. And I was like, what the?
Man. He was telling me about Brazil and like how I should go there, like what part he was from. Yeah, he was telling me about all of it. He was telling me about a good place to eat in Miami because he like they do like 6 months on the boat, 6 months off.
Really?
Yeah, like it was crazy. It was crazy.
I'm glad you're in the 6-month period of him on it.
I know. I was so grateful for him, man. He would like, and he didn't just see me in the dining room. Like he saw me like on the deck, like where the pools and stuff were. Like he was walking around out there and he's like, hey, Julian, what's going on, man?
Oh my God.
I was like, hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing up here? Fresh air. You know, he's just hanging out. You know, he's just hanging out. It's crazy. So it was actually really cool. That part was really a vibe. But where that ties in is with the food they serve you, each person gets an appetizer, a soup or a salad, and then your main course and dessert. On top of that,
that's what I call a meal.
You could get a wine package because all alcohol you do have to pay for. We got the wine package. So like 4 out of the 5 days we had alcohol already covered because of the wine package. Then I think on the 5th day we just bought a bottle. But basically on the wine package you choose from like a list of wines they have each day to go along with your dinner. So like basically these guys were so good. They were like, well, what are you having for dinner? We'd say steak. They're like, have a red. Yeah.
Dang.
Like, what are you planning today? Oh, seafood. Here's a white one. Here's a Chardonnay. Here's a Pinot Grigio.
They know.
Like that. Yeah. It was crazy.
They're professionals.
I don't even know if Pinot is a wine. I think so. And then, yeah, it was good. It was cool. The thing that I really love most about it, though, is just the level of gourmet it was. Because when someone hears food all inclusive, you think it's just going to be like ghetto meals. Like they're just
like an easy, like
these were like full on chef meals, man. Like they would give you the stuff. I wish, like, I took some pictures of it, so I'll try to see if I could throw them in the edit so you guys could see. But like, there was one day I had prosciutto for my appetizer, and then I had like smoked barbecue, short rib.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Then I had like, this is some of the new foods I tried. I had a mushroom tart. I don't even eat mushrooms. Well, I had a smoked bacon mushroom tart, like one of the days. Then another day I had some sushimi. I've eaten sushimi before, so that wasn't anything new. Actually, I didn't really like the sushimi though, because they wrapped it in something and I don't really like it wrapped in anything. But
what
then
they wrap it in?
It was like a sesame seed, like outer shell that I wasn't a fan of. But also I ate, what did I eat? I had crab cakes.
Duck.
Oh yeah, and then I tried duck for the first time.
That was the one that threw me off. He said crab cakes, and I was like, dude, what? And he's like, yeah, I just tried duck. And I was like, who is this? Like, who am I actually talking to right now?
It's crazy. Every day I had a salad. Every day. Which
also is crazy because he never eats salad.
Every day I had a salad. I mean, one day they tried to get me to get lobster bisque. I was like, no, I'm not doing I've already gone crazy enough. I'm not going to do lobster bisque. But the crab cake got me. That was good. The fried crab, because I don't normally eat seafood like that. The only seafood I've eaten before that was shrimp. Actually,
try sushi with crab.
I ordered shrimp one day and I didn't like it.
Really?
Usually they shrimp. Did. So it was good, but they did like a sauce. I'm not a big fan of cold shrimp either. Like I like cooked warm shrimp. They had cold shrimp. Like, because remember at the hospital, after we had JJ, they served us that meal. Mm-hmm. They served us at the hospital a gourmet meal the night we left with him. And they gave us shrimp, but it was night before or something like that. But it was cold shrimp. I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, nah, I'm good. So. It's
kind of like the stuff you like buy in like your local like grocery store seafood. It's just like a pick up and serve type of situation.
It was a surf and turf dinner. Like I had the steak and the shrimp, but the shrimp this time was my appetizer. So I think I switched with my mom. I think she took the shrimp because she liked the way the sauce was. It was like an olive oil buttery sauce on like top
garlic,
of it.
Something like
it was something like that. I just wasn't really feeling it. Normally I love shrimp with like butter and all that. Like I normally love that, but I wasn't feeling it. So, but anyway, I still have to say this week I ate like a king. The lunch was a buffet too. So like when I would go to get lunch, I would just eat a whole buffet. Actually, the food I didn't enjoy most was when I went to Cozumel, Mexico.
Really?
I feel like they didn't, because there was a buffet there too, but we bought this excursion where we went on the ATVs and the food was included with that. So you could only choose from like 2 or 3 things. And it wasn't good. There was a whole buffet there that we couldn't eat at because it wasn't included. I mean, we could have probably bought from it, but like, we're like, nah, like it's fine.
Yeah.
Because we knew once we got back on the boat, like there's all this food. The buffet is still going to be open by the time we get back on the boat. Not to mention dinner was going to be within 3 hours. And we get all that food from dinner. Yeah. Oh, this is where it got really crazy. My dessert choices.
Oh, sheesh. I don't think you told me about dessert choices.
A fruit. What was it? I had a fruit parfait thing where it was like, it was like some apple dish, but it was like vanilla ice cream with like apple pie kind of almost on the bottom of it. Oh. Then I had like another like fruit bowl. Their fresh fruit there was crazy. I had like a raw mango. Like a mango slice in the Bahamas. So good. In Castaway Cay at the Bahamas, dude. It was a sliced mango. And the grapes. The grapes were crazy, man. I was like, yo, what is this fruit? This isn't real fruit, man. It was crazy. But yeah. Favorite food, though, and this is the crazy part about this. I didn't eat my favorite food all week long.
Which was?
Fried chicken. I did not have a single thing of fried chicken. That's my favorite food.
I think that's the only time you'll ever hear Julian
fried
say
chicken
that.
I didn't have it the entire time. Like, I didn't even have buffalo wings because buffalo wings is probably my second.
What?
I didn't even have buffalo wings.
That's what I'm saying. Do you see what I'm saying when I say, like, who was this dude?
I got off the boat and I was like, dude, I need buffalo wings. Like, I haven't had buffalo wings all week. I didn't eat that all week long. And this was like, my grandma was like, who is this guy?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
My grandmother was like, I'm glad you discovered there's other food than chicken wings. Because, dude, I could eat buffalo wings 7 days a week. And I didn't have it once. But I got back to Miami and I was like, yo, these wings are fire, man. I was like, what is this? I forgot. I think it's called It's Just Wings or something like that. I ordered them off of DoorDash.
Oh, yeah, because you said you got like wings and a burger. And he was like, dude.
Yo, no, the burger was before I left. The burger was crazy there, too. That's the thing, man. You guys don't understand. Where I live, there's no food at all on DoorDash. At all. Like, if I want good food, I got to cook it at home. I went there in Miami. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to act. You know how much food was on DoorDash? I was especially
like because here too, like where we live, it basically like the city shuts down at a certain time. Miami was probably alive, like New York, like never sleeps. Miami's probably like deep into the night as well.
Well, the people in the hotel.
That's what I'm saying. They definitely came back from like a party and was like
probably just a bar, honestly. But dude, I met a great group of people on the boat. Like we went out and partied. Like literally the last night we did like a 80s trivia. And every time you got it right, you had to dance. Well, we got the song Fame right. Don't you know they lifted me across the stage? Like Fame. I was like, ah. I was up there flying, bro.
He came home talking about this new group he had on Snapchat.
Yeah,
talking
we have a cruise group.
Planning the one for next year. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, we have a cruise group planning our next cruise. It's so cool. It was such a vibe, man.
They about to turn it into like an annual thing.
I know. They're like cruise reunion. It was literally a vibe, man. I loved every second of it. But Yeah, food was definitely my favorite part of the trip. And that's so weird for me to say. I've never gone on a trip and came back and said food was my favorite part. I never said crazy. That. I can never tell you a time I said that.
Out of everything you ate, what would you say was like the greatest thing? Or like, what would you eat again?
The fried crab cake.
You'd eat that again?
The fried crab cake.
Was that one of the greatest foods that was?
Yes.
So you had a steak that looked really good.
The steak was really good. And the short rib was actually really good too. But I tore up. My mom gave me, it wasn't even my fried crab cake. My mom gave me some of it.
Really?
Yeah. She gave me some of it. That was really good.
Hold up.
No, you know what was really good? This is why I had to go get it today. You guys are going to see in my next video. I had to go get jerk chicken because there was a day it was like Pirates Night. So all the foods was like spicy island food. They gave us jerk chicken. That was the best day of food. That was the same day I had the fried crab cake because my mom ordered that for appetizer.
That was the day.
That day was the best day of food. Oh my goodness. And what topped off that day even more, that was the day I saw Thor Ragnarok. I'm not Thor Ragnarok. Thor Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to skip over that. I'm just kidding.
So I got to see the Thor Love and Thunder premiere because I was on a Disney cruise and it's a Disney production. Well, it's a Marvel production who's owned by Disney, but I got to see it a day early. And at 8:15, and it wasn't going to be out until like 10 or 11 our time. Actually, probably closer to midnight, honestly, or something like that. But I got to see an early premiere on the boat at like a legit like Broadway, because they do like Broadway plays on there. Mm-hmm. And it was so awesome. But it was in the same theater. I got to see it. And I loved every second of it. It was amazing. I don't know if it was, so like a lot of people have been hating on the movie. I don't know if it was the atmosphere I got to see it in that I loved it so much.
That definitely could change it.
But also one of my favorite actors was in it. So that might be it too. But I just was like, yeah, why is everybody hating on this movie? Like I loved my experience with it. And I would definitely see it again. In fact, I am going to see it again. So I'm with it. I love it.
What was what was your favorite thing you did?
My favorite thing I did?
Yeah.
Eat. No, like I'm not even trying to be funny, man. Do you want another activity? Because I feel like I'm just talking about the food.
I mean, food was the topic of this second podcast episode. Yeah. But dang, I'm actually surprised.
I'm serious. The food was so good that like I really feel like I came back with 10 extra pounds.
I mean, I definitely like give you props because there are foods out there that look pretty good to me, but I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can try that. Like, not gonna lie, like cooked shrimp actually looks appetizing to me, but like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to try it.
I say just do it. I mean,
I don't know if I can get myself. I will say it looks good. Cold shrimp does look kind of weird. That's probably like where it stops me because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But when you cook it, it actually looks pretty appetizing in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if I can ever get myself to eat any type of seafood.
I'll tell you right now, my perspective on trying new foods is so different.
Now,
literally though, like
I actually also didn't know you did like spice like that.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's weird. I'm weird with spice because some foods I love it, but other foods I don't. Like this jerk chicken I had. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then I went home today and I went to a spot at one of the better areas to eat where we live. And let me tell y'all, man, I got some more jerk chicken today. I was like, oh my goodness. And my grandmother gave me some more oxtail.
Oh yeah, he tried that. That was the first time today he's tried that. So he's really out there trying.
I didn't realize oxtail is just literally like more cow meat, basically. I didn't know that. So it was literally like eating steak. Because like once I tried it, I was like, oh, this tastes familiar. It wasn't anything different, really. I mean, it was definitely more tender and juicy. I was like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. And she was like, you can have more. Like, no, eat your food, man. Eat your food. I felt bad. I was like, eat your food.
Nah, she's so excited you're trying new things. Yeah, she's like, go ahead.
Yeah, because all my life I've always been
a picky eater. She's like, I'm not going to eat it all. You can have more.
Yeah, I've always been a picky eater all my life. So everybody was really excited on this trip. I think that was one of my grandmother's highlights. The other thing I would say is honestly all the activities. All the activities on the boat. There was a lot. Like, because they had the shows they put on. There was like 18 and older section, so I didn't feel like I had to be around kids 24/7.
You didn't want to play with Disney princesses?
No, I'm good. But there was like 18 and older activities. Like there was like a silent headphone dancing game we did. My uncle and I did. It was weird, but it was funny. And then there was, like I said, the 80s trivia we did. That was an 18 and older event. We even did karaoke. I sang karaoke like twice.
Oh, I still got to get those videos. No, I got to get those videos.
My mom and my grandmother sang, but I sang twice. I did 2 songs. Because one song I did awful because I didn't realize you had to read and sing at the same time. Like, and
is that who's gonna tell him that's how karaoke works?
Okay, well, I wasn't thinking about
Someone didn't watch High School Musical.
I sure didn't.
What the? We're watching that tonight.
I watched High School Musical before. We don't have to do it again. Anyway,
we can.
No, we don't.
No,
it's okay. I did a second song and I did better on the second one because I knew it better. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know the first song as well. So, like, it was really hard to do, like, really hard. But by the time I got to the second one, I was like, oh, I'm more comfortable.
Yeah.
But the first one, oh.
That's crazy.
And of course, on video, they have the first one. I'm like, yo, delete that. I didn't know what I was doing. I never did karaoke before. No, I was like, I never did karaoke. I
should have asked her today when we were there.
Delete that, please.
I'm like, can I see that, please?
And of course, they're both there, like, filming.
Oh, of course.
Of course they are. Of course. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, no, the activities were fun. I think the other thing is one day it stormed in the Bahamas. What, like the day we went to the Bahamas, it stormed. But like the boat is so chill. There's a lot you could do. It's like you really can't be bored, honestly. And I had one of the most underrated parts of that trip, which was really good for me, I had no service the entire time, which you would think was like crazy, but like, and the internet sucked. The Wi-Fi sucked.
It's like a little detox.
It was like an unplugged moment. So I bought the internet package where I logged in the morning when I first woke up for a couple minutes, and I logged in at night before bed for a couple minutes. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the only bit of internet I got. And the break was so necessary. Like, that's why I think I came back so ready, energized. Like, I'm not burnt out on the internet. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do more.
That's good.
And yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Like, the way I ate, the time I had, like, I want to go on more cruises. So I'm motivated to just make money and save up for my next one.
I had told Julian, I was surprised with how much I actually talked to him. I actually expected to talk to him way less because I figured on the boat it'd be different. I mean, like, I'm not saying like it wasn't nice, like, obviously, but I wanted him to like be with his family, like have fun, like adventure, like that type of stuff. So I was like, wow, like I was pretty surprised, but like, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was really good to get the break and the much needed time away from the internet. Like, cause you guys are cool, but with the way my brain works, it could be a lot. Mm-hmm. It adds up and it can stress you out. So it was really good to take breaks. So I love it. I love it. One of my guys we got to have on here always says, take breaks. And I always thought he was crazy. I'm like, take breaks. Like,
I try to tell him that
he
too.
He says take breaks.
The same way.
I would listen to his podcast. He'd be like, take breaks. I'd be like, yeah, that works for everybody else. You know, but
he's like, I'm different.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I don't need breaks.
I try to tell him that.
I feel so different after this break. Y'all don't even know. I probably look different, sound different on this podcast. Y'all probably like, yo, he got like a whole new pep to us. Yeah, like I'm ready to go, man. Like, I could stay up another like 2-3 hours.
This is a Julian episode today.
It really is. It really is. I feel bad. Do you have your favorite food? What's your favorite food?
I do. Mine's not as exciting. I figured when he came home and started talking about all the foods he ate, it definitely tied into this. I would say mine is definitely like any type of Mexican. Burritos.
You should have came.
Tacos.
I went to Cozumel, Mexico. Should have came.
Quesadillas.
I just want to say, I'm not a jerk, guys. The offer was extended to Alyssa.
It was.
It was literally up until the final moments of the cruise. I was like, we could try to expedite your passport. I'll literally book us a whole room right now if you want to go. Like, literally up until the last moment, I said, I want you guys there. I will book you guys.
Even when he got back, okay, not even Mexico. When he got back to Miami, they were talking about dinner. And he's like, guess what we're getting? I was like, what? And he was like, Spanish food.
Yo, we almost got Cuban food. We literally were
dude.
trying to get Cuban food. The problem was like nobody felt like going to the restaurant. Because again, my guy used to take breaks was like, yo, go over here to this spot. And I'm like, hold up. This is a nice little mall you got there. Like, it was a beautiful like shopping mall. I didn't know malls were outside. I was like, yo, malls go outside? Like, me and my mom were walking around and like, like if it started raining, other buildings probably would cover you and stuff. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, it's outdoors. Like, you're going from store to store, but you're walking around outside. So you're getting a lot of exercise. You're getting fresh air.
That's crazy.
Like, you're kind of outside. It was so weird. So cool though. I loved it. Jeez. So that was a fun part of the trip too. Going around the shopping mall, really walking around Miami was fun. Because they also have bridges that like go up like that.
Really? Yeah. Oh, like the drawbridge?
Yeah. So like, we had
those always scare me because I feel like driving over it, like I'd be the one to get
Dude,
like stuck on
walking
it or
over it is freaky too, though, because like we were walking and it just started going off. The thing came down. We're like, what is happening? What is going on?
No.
Dude, then they have like a free air tram that like you could take around like the inner part of the city we did. It was really cool.
What the heck?
Yeah. It was
Miami,
really cool.
I mean, Miami looks pretty, but like it sounds pretty dope.
It is. I feel like there's just so much to do. Like New York is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I love New York. And then even as we landed back at JFK, I was like, oh, this is hard. Maybe New York is still my favorite city. Because like, as we're flying in, I see the World Trade Center. I see the beautiful city skyline. Just I'm like, oh, maybe this is my favorite city, but I don't know.
Now
Miami was so great. I am. I'm like stuck back and forth. And that's a lot for me to say.
It's going to be one of your things where like, it's going to be your favorite city, like when you're there. Like, you're going to go to New York and be like, no, this is my favorite city. And then, like, the time you're in Miami, be like, this is my favorite city.
The difference is, too, the people are so nice in Miami. Mm-hmm. Like, everywhere we went, I don't know if it was just because we stayed in, like, really nice places with, like, you know, nice people who were there at the time. But everywhere I went, it was always nice people, no matter where I was.
Love it.
Yeah, no matter where I was.
Love to see it. Want to know where else you find that?
Where?
Boston. But, anyways.
Boston's the worst. Are you kidding?
No, Boston
is the worst. Some of the meanest people live in Boston, bro.
The meanest people live in New York.
Stop it. Absolutely not. I won't let you get away with this. I won't let you get away with that. We'll have a debate. This is always our debate why New York is better. But that right there is not a reason why Boston's better than New York. That is the last.
Someone comment down below if you're watching.
You sound
if you agree with me.
Somebody tell her how crazy she sounds.
You sound
That's crazy.
Anyways,
no way.
Another favorite food. I could probably eat rice for the rest of my life and be content. Rice and beans. I love Spanish rice.
I love mac and cheese. I could say that about mac and cheese.
Really?
I love mac and cheese. No,
I feel like I also get into a thing where I crave like pizza, but if I want it, I want it with pizza. Fries.
I do crave pizza sometimes, but I crave good pizza, not the pizza we have around here. But I will say this. Mac and cheese has to be baked. It can't be like the box of like Kraft. The only time I will eat a box of mac and cheese is like Velveeta shells.
Yeah.
Only time. Other than that, it has to be like
I actually used to eat Kraft all the time.
It has to be I actually did too, but it has to be baked mac and cheese like done at home by me or my grandmother or my uncle. Like that's it. Like
that mac and cheese is pretty fire. Julian made it one time and I was like, whoa.
One time I make it all the time.
Well, yeah, but the first time.
Oh, the first, yeah.
Because it was the first time he tried it and he was like, oh, it sounded like it came out good, but it was pretty good. He gets better. He progressively gets better. But the first time you made it, it wasn't as bad as you were saying or thought.
I thought it was bad.
Pretty good.
I will say though, I am getting better with making it, but it just takes practice. I love to make foods I like. So listen, you might have a lot of seafood coming to this house because I'm starting to like seafood, man. I don't know what it is. I didn't like seafood before.
That'll be a time I'm on my own.
Yeah, I'm starting to really mess with seafood.
The only thing you've ever really made here was shrimp.
I'm about to say like the first, y'all don't even understand. Like I just recently started eating seafood. Like I ate shrimp at 21 years old at Applebee's in New York City. The first time I ever tried shrimp. That was the first piece of seafood I think I've eaten. Well, when I was younger, my aunt would give me like fried fish and stuff. And that's why I didn't like it because fried fish was so dry and like weird tasting. I don't like this. What is this? And
people keep saying that like seafood tastes like something else. Like they'll be like, oh no, it tastes like chicken.
It tastes like pork chop. The one I had tasted like dried up, like extra dry pork chop.
And I feel like the moment I try it, like I'll just be like, no, it doesn't. Y'all lied.
Dude, sushi tastes like the ocean. Like sashimi to me tastes like the ocean.
Oh, I've never had that.
Yeah, sashimi tastes straight up like the ocean. Like, and people say that, I'm like, well, people say, what does it taste like? I'm like, the ocean. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Because I had tuna, and that's what I had on the boat. I had tuna, but the sesame seed made it weird. I'm not a big, like, sesame seed kind of guy. Like, even with buns and bread, like, when you order burgers, like, if the sesame seeds were any bigger than what they are on, like, a McDonald's bun, I probably would hate it. I'm not a big
like a
sesame
quarter pounder type vibe.
Yeah, I'm not a big sesame seed guy, man.
I don't mind
it's not my thing. Oh, burgers are another one though. Classic all day.
I can eat a burger. Sometimes I'll actually be really craving a burger. But I'm weird with burgers because I actually would rather prefer a burger from a restaurant than ones you like put on a grill. Like obviously we've had burgers, like I could eat it. But I'd actually rather prefer like a restaurant burger.
She says that, but before you met me, that was the case. But now that I make you burgers, tell me it's not different.
They're different. They're good. But like, I prefer
Five Guys over my burger.
Yeah, I don't know what
wild,
it is.
bro.
I want like
wild.
restaurant burgers are so much better.
No, then my burger. I'm offended.
Okay,
I'm offended. I'm so offended right now. I'm not talking to you.
I don't know. There's something about probably because they're not good for you. That's what it is. Like they make it
You're
so
telling
greasy.
me Five Guys tastes better than what I make at home?
Okay, I don't know if it tastes better, but sometimes like you just really be craving a Five Guys burger, and they'd be like, we can make burgers here, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want.
I'll give you that. You could crave a burger, but that doesn't mean it tastes better. Because sometimes I'll crave like food that doesn't taste that good, but I'm just like, dang, that there's that specific flavor profile that it touches, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Because like the burgers you have, like when I be craving one, or like burger set, and we're like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Like it'll be a really good burger, but like other times, like you'll be like, oh, burger, and like I'll be like no, because like I don't really want a burger here. Like I want a burger from a restaurant.
She thinks McDonald's tastes better than burgers I make at home. You're wild, bro.
I'm just kidding.
You're wild.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but you and Five Guys, I don't know, my tie.
Five Guys ties with me. You know what it is? No, I'll tell you what it is. This is why.
You want to know what it is? Actually, I could probably tell you what it is.
I could tell you what it is.
I love like when they toast the bun.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
that probably is that.
That's
I could do that, though. I just didn't know you want me to do that. You never said anything. Yo, she never said anything. How am I going to know to toast the bun?
Having, like, even if it's not a burger, like a sandwich, like some restaurants, like, especially if it's like a brioche bun.
I'm not talking to you.
They usually toast it, and I feel like that
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
I always say brochet.
I know. I think it's brioche.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I think it's brioche.
Interesting.
But anyways, I might sound dumb, but I'm pretty positive that's how it's pronounced. But that's what some. Because I always say brochet.
It's spelled brioche, actually.
Yeah, so I think it's a brioche one. Because every time I see that on the menu, I get super excited because half the time they definitely toast those, but that's what sandwiches at restaurants are made on. Because I know when we went to Tampa one year, when we landed, we went to dinner, and that's like, I think that's when I realized
so bad
what a brioche bun actually was. Because I feel like I've had it before. I just never realized.
You could buy a brioche bun. They sell them right there in Target. We walked right by it.
And we have to toast it and make a burger. I'm telling you, that's definitely what it is.
I've been making burgers all this time. You never said you wanted the buns toasted.
Five Guys toast their buns too.
Yeah,
that's definitely what it is for me then.
No, I'm going to tell you what it is too. You get that trash American cheese that you have at home. She gets a little Kraft cheese slices.
That's probably what it is too.
You need to get real cheese.
I need to go to like a deli and get American cheese.
You need to get a real cheese.
I don't want cheddar though.
I didn't say you have to get cheddar, but like you have to get real cheese.
So I just have to go to a deli and get like a few
because those cheese slices ain't it. Like
here we have like plain burgers where I actually like to put like lettuce or sometimes pickles or something like that on a burger. Yeah, here we just have a burger and cheese. So I'm telling you, if we start doing those little things, it'll probably be a wrap.
See, but you don't say these things. You just be like, oh, let's go to Five Guys.
It's so funny because we also are like, because when we're here, we're like burgers, but we literally just eat burgers. We don't have any type of side because like.
I've been having chips with my burgers.
Okay, now you started, but before we didn't.
Well, because I've been eating have burgers.
But he also doesn't like potatoes, so he won't eat like fries or something.
I eat fries.
So.
Don't I like that? I've been eating fries.
Okay, Ben eating. Like I said, he's progressed. Before it used to be just burgers. Don't play me. So if I made like tater tots, I'd have to make a couple because I would be the only one eating it. Yeah, see, that's weird. Who has a garlic knot with a burger? I like people want fries or like you said chips or something.
Garlic knots go with anything, bro.
So I feel okay. We're gonna try this.
Go ahead. I could have been toasting your bun. I'm so mad at you.
Hold on. We literally bought burgers for you to make for dinner. Can we just do it tomorrow?
No, I'm going to eat that tonight. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat now. You could do it tomorrow, but I'm going to have at least one right now. I'm going to have at least one right now. Test it. Well, you could test it tomorrow, but I want to eat right now. When this podcast is over, I'm going to just devour a burger. What time is it? It's about to be midnight. I'm going to be chomping down on a burger.
Dang. All right. I have one more in my favorite foods. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's super underrated because some people are like, but I can literally eat it all the time. I literally probably eat one 6 out of the 7 days a week.
Don't even say it.
Sandwiches.
Oh my goodness.
Sandwich. A classic sandwich.
I get so tired of sandwiches.
I love sandwiches. I don't know what it is because I literally eat a sandwich almost every day at lunch. So that's 5 days. And then the 6th day, it's either like I will go to Subway sometimes, or like I'll have lunch meat in the house, and it's so quick and easy. It's so light. Like, just make a sandwich, have some chips. Underrated. Fight me. I don't care.
I'm gonna fight
Underrated.
you. There's so many reasons I'm gonna fight you tonight.
Underrated.
She said my burgers aren't as good as Five Guys, bro. I'm still stuck on, bro. I'm so salty right now. There's no way Five Guys makes a better burger than me, bro.
Anyways, we gonna go with question of the week?
Nope. No, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna figure out.
I'm telling you, we gotta toast the bun, and I'm gonna buy like some lettuce to put on my burger.
Just go to Target and get the brochet bun, or brioche buns, whatever you call them.
It'll be a game changer.
I really call them brochet. They're not brochet buns.
I don't think they are, actually,
bro.
I really don't think they are.
Wow, I feel really dumb tonight.
Yo, people at the restaurant are probably going up there, putting their ticket up there, and like, yo, this dude called it a brochet bun.
Right? Everyone's listening to this now, like, what's wrong with Julian, bro? What is Julian on, bro? Brochet bun. Oh my God. Wow. I feel crazy.
That's funny.
That's not funny. That's embarrassing. Funny. That's just straight embarrassing. Anyway, question of the week. What's your question of the week?
I have, if you had to pick one food that you can eat over and over again, never get tired of, what would it be? I feel like this is a rhetorical question because we all know what Julian's going to say.
Stop it. Let me answer. You said, first of all, you said 3 this video that you could use. I'm glad you didn't ask something basic though. Like, what's your favorite food?
What do you mean?
Like, for your question of the week, I'll expect you to be like, you had 3 foods you could eat over and over and over again.
Yeah, I have 2 as my answer.
Anyway, no, you can't have 2. It's
yes, I can.
1. There's no other food allowed. It's got to be just 1.
Now I got to pick.
Yeah, now you got to see.
You go first.
This is the problem. This is why your Five Guys burgers be better than my burgers at home, because you actually pick which one you want, what you want on it. At home, you don't say nothing. You just take the burger I make.
Because you don't put anything on burgers.
Because I make it how I like it, bro.
Yeah, but you don't put anything on burgers. So if I bring home lettuce, it's just gonna go bad because I'm the only one eating it, and I'm not gonna do that and waste money.
And have a salad with it.
But like I said, you don't really eat salads.
I'll have a chicken salad. I love.
Okay, but then I gotta buy chicken to go with it.
Yeah, I love chicken.
Oh my God.
That's an outdoor meal. Tell me that's not an outdoor meal. A chicken Caesar salad with.
Oh, I love chicken Caesar salad.
With what do you call them?
One else really underrated for salads? Putting egg in a salad.
All right. Anyway.
Oh no, that's a game changer.
The food I could eat all day, every day, all day long is just straight up chicken wings. You could do anything to a chicken wing, bro.
Bet you never thought that.
You can do anything to a chicken wing and it'd be fire.
I just hit my chin on the mic. I'm so sorry.
Good job. Anyway, we have a spot here in Connecticut. They're called Dewdrop. They make wings with all kinds of weird flavors, bro.
They literally make like, I was going to say, they make like peanut butter and jelly wings.
They make a peanut butter and jelly wings. And I saw people who tried it. Or I was with people who tried it and they loved it. They thought it was amazing. They do like truffle wings. Dude, they do like truffle wings, Cajun butter wings. Like, bro, they're crazy. Like,
Google it. Google them. Google their menu.
Dewdrop in Connecticut.
Literally look at them. It's crazy. But they're literally one of the best spots.
Dewdrop, we love you. You're worth it.
I haven't ever had it because I don't eat chicken wings like that. But like,
everyone talks about them in Connecticut because they're really good. There's another spot called J. Timothy's in Connecticut. That's probably number 1 for me. Just because they do like a dirt style sauce and like, I'm salivating things. Okay. But yes, chicken wings. And if I had to pick a specific style chicken wings, so I'm not cheating, I think I would say fried chicken wings. It's hard though, because fried chicken and buffalo are like here and here for me. So I made you pick, so I'll probably pick, I think I would say buffalo wings because they're another one where like you could get a different style. Everyone makes buffalo wings so different and it's so weird. Like Alyssa's job makes them one way. I could go to, like I said, Dewdrop. They make them one way. I could go to J. Timothy's. They make them another way. Then there's like a place called Sliders I go to. They make them one way. Like everybody makes them differently. And they all have different flavor profiles that they hit. It's so crazy.
I feel like that's what kind of makes the place. Like if they all tasted the same, like it'd be kind of pointless. Yeah. But
Dude,
so like it's good, but
then the spot in Miami,
you gotta think of what you're looking for.
Dude, the spot in Miami is just wings. I tried them. I'm like, yo, this is different, bro. Like these are different.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how they do it, but yeah.
I think I would probably say Buffalo just because, like I said, but even fried chicken, everybody makes fried wings different. Like I cook them at home one way, but then I could go to like Crown Fried Chicken and they make them another way. KFC makes it another way. Popeyes, like everybody does it differently. I'm not a big fan of KFC, by the way. I think KFC is so overrated. So
I actually had some cravings for like that famous bowl they have when I was pregnant. I definitely wanted that a lot, especially because it was around the corner from like the OB I went to. So like I'd think about it, but like
meanwhile, Popeyes and Crown are across the street, who I think are both way better than KFC.
I actually don't know if I've ever had Popeyes before. I'll be honest.
I failed you. I failed you, bro. This whole podcast episode is just breaking my heart. Like it's breaking my heart so much. Not only is my food not as good as Five Guys, but you've also never had Popeyes?
I don't think so.
Oh man. All right, we're going to Popeyes tomorrow. What time you get out?
6:30.
All right, we're going to Popeyes when you get out. I'll see you tomorrow at 6:30. It's not that far from us. It's like 30 minutes. We're going to Popeyes.
But we'll try it out. I think I tried when you went to Popeyes. I had you get like the rice and beans they had. It was awful.
Didn't you get the chicken sandwich from them though? I thought you got when the chicken sandwich was crazy.
No.
Really? I thought you got it.
My brother did.
Oh, okay. I thought you got the chicken
because we
sandwich.
went when it was like a whole like the debate between Popeyes and
Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah, something like that. Or yeah, I don't know.
No, it was
Popeyes and KFC. Popeyes.
No,
and
it was Chick-fil-A because KFC came late.
I don't know. There was Popeyes and whoever debate who had the better chicken sandwich and whatnot.
And Popeyes was crazy.
We literally went and like it was like the time where like they were running out, like they had none. And we were like, oh, okay.
Everybody was going
I think my brother tried it though, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really into it like that, but
all right. Well, Popeyes is for dinner tomorrow. So now the question is, you guys, what would you eat 7 days a week nonstop if it was the only food that you could eat?
You just skipped over my answer, but it's fine.
Oh, I did? Oh, I'm sorry. I took forever. Go ahead. What's your answer?
Well, I told you I had two. So now I've been sitting here debating on which one I would eat. I had burritos or rice as my answer, but I think I would choose rice. Well, I love rice.
But rice is in a burrito.
I know. But you see why it was difficult?
I mean, I would just say a burrito because then you have rice anyway.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I don't want a burrito.
Yeah, but you could take out things out of a burrito. So you
not really because it's all wrapped together.
Yeah, but you don't have to eat the same burrito every day.
But I do.
I quit. Rice.
I really only get like I get rice, beans.
What kind of rice?
Rice and beans.
Okay.
See, that's hard. You can't say that because sometimes I would say Spanish rice. But you gotta make it difficult.
I would say white rice too. White rice is fire.
Oh my God. See, this is why it's hard. This is why you should have just kept it open.
Is white rice at home good? Because I would say white rice at home is better than other rice. At home with butter? White rice at home?
It's good. I need it with certain foods. Like, I just don't like just white rice.
I like white rice with barbecue. I think white rice with like barbecue chicken is
if you had like that or like ribs.
Stop it.
Or like.
Oh my goodness.
Because everyone
watching this, listening to this podcast is going to hate us now.
I've gotten white rice from like a Chinese spot, but I can't just eat the white rice. I've actually like, I need to put like the duck sauce on it or like I can't eat it.
That's different though. They call that like sticky rice. That's what I mean. Like white rice at home is better than like sticky rice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's like because the way it sticks together. That's I
noticed it was Yeah,
because at home it's different. It's just like long.
I feel like that's how like sushi rice is.
Yes, that's sticky rice. You need that for sushi, but
yeah. No, but it had like the same like consistency.
Rice-A-Roni's fire too. It's so underrated. You hate on it, but it's fire.
I do. I'm not the biggest fan, low key. But yeah, yep. What is one thing you can eat over and over again and not get tired of? It's a hard question if you actually think about it, especially because Julian made it like specific.
Yeah, you got to get, because it's cheating.
Because if you have to think about it and go specific, I don't know. For me, it was pretty difficult. That was hard. Because
I went, like I said chicken wings, but because there's so many things you could do to chicken wings. It's not fair. Like you could eat chicken wings every single day and have it a different way every single day. Because there's so many things you can do with chicken wings. So
True.
many things. Like if you look at,
you
like I want you guys, even if you're not in Connecticut, look up Dewdrop's menu. They have like 30 different styles.
I'm telling
of
you, they
chicken
have
wings.
a bunch of weird things you never would have thought of.
30
for chicken
style.
wings.
Like I'm not even exaggerating. I think that's because I just tried to think of how many in my head just to give you guys a quick number, but I think it is closer to 30 different ways you could get chicken wings, all in one restaurant. So that's why I was like, dude, you gotta get specific, because if not, you could just have a different style of chicken wings every day and be completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this episode's probably gone so long. We talked about like 3 or 4 different things.
A little bit an hour. That's pretty typical for us.
Oh, okay. Not terrible. Not terrible. I hope you guys like the new style I've been trying to incorporate too with it, man, with a little bit of a preview in the beginning. Hope it's cool. Hope you guys are still vibing with the podcast. If you are, make sure you leave a like, comment, give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on. And if you aren't listening on the platform, make sure you kind of head over there and just drop us 5 stars quick, because it helps out with the podcast algorithm a lot. Because this is a fun podcast and we want to keep it up for you guys.
We're trying to make it a fun podcast.
Yeah, I think it's a fun podcast. I have fun. I mean, even though Alyssa roasted me in this episode, I think it's fun.
Sorry.
What's next episode, boss?
So next week's episode, I'm kind of really excited to talk about it, but also excited to hear what you all think. And also just like, I don't know, when people mention this, you're kind of like, ooh. So next week, we're going to get into pet peeves.
I love this.
Pet peeves.
I'm going to start writing a list.
I would say, I know you're already sitting there like, anyone listening is probably like, oh my God. Because something specific comes into mind. But that's what next week's episode.
I'm so bad. I've been on YouTube so long. I have like YouTube specific pet peeves. I literally have YouTube specific pet peeves, dude.
He's going to have like personal YouTube.
I have like sections of pet peeves. I have like, man, I like one of them. I'll wait till next week.
Wait till next week.
People laugh at me because I get really passionate about some of them. Like really passionate.
Oh boy.
So come back for that one, because it's probably going to be another hour of me ranting about my pet peeves.
Fair enough.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this, man, smash the like button. Like I said, 5-star ratings are appreciated. But we are out of here. Keep grinding. Keep chasing dreams. Remember, nothing with that because easy. We out. Peace.